Today's video, we're going to talk about campaign subtypes on Google Ads. Why this setting is super important for your YouTube ad campaign performance. This is the setting that shows up in your YouTube campaigns if you're going to run them. Regular campaigns, search campaigns, display campaigns, all that don't have a so-called subtype. At least at the time of making this video in 2024, I don't anticipate Google's going to change that. But just want to clarify that for you guys as I'm initially making this video. So with that said, the reason why I wanted to make this video for you here today, one, if you don't know about YouTube campaigns and you haven't tested them out already, they're the best thing since sliced butter. I actually wrote an article on entrepreneur.com specifically about how YouTube ads are like the Facebook ads of 2012. If you actually know how to set them up. If you wait until everybody else figures out how to run an effective YouTube ad campaign 5-10 years from now, you're going to miss most of the boat. That is, the best way to run ads online is in places that people don't know about how effective they are yet. And there's so much traffic you can get from YouTube ads. Problem is, very few people know how to make actual YouTube video ads or video ads in general, which is the main reason why it's not saturated yet. But for niche businesses, or even if you don't have a niche business per se, but most of you guys watching this have a niche business, whether you're selling furnace filters or replacement batteries for digital cameras. There's somebody watching videos on YouTube right now as you watch this video on how to buy one of those products or how to fix a problem that one of the products you sell fix or services that you offer fix or solve. Then you simply just have to get your damn ad in front of them and you're going to start making money. Why don't more people realize this and start running and figuring out what it actually takes to put together a working video ad and start advertising on all these videos in their niche? It's a hypothetical question, but it's a good one. Most people need to be thinking about this. You may not be able to run a huge campaign, but everybody can do just what I talked about and make money, respectively. And then with that said though, on top of that, you can also get on your competitors' channels. You can get in front of people who have been to your competitor's site but are watching different videos. These are all ways that are very easy, low-hanging fruit ways to make money online. Almost nobody knows about, at least as of yet. That may change, but then again, it may not change because to make a good video ad, you have to be a good marketer. And frankly, most people don't know how to they don't have the skill level in-house at a small company to make good video ads. And if you hire somebody that actually knows what they're doing to make a good, effective video ad, that's going to be $3,000 to $10,000, and they're going to say, I'm not going to make that investment to see if something might work. And they don't know anybody personally who runs video ads, and so they'll just skip out on it. In your niche, you're probably still going to be the only one doing it for time to come. But with that said, take my advice, start testing video ads, not later, but now. How you set up your YouTube campaigns at the start of the process on Google Ads will permanently set up the campaign so-called subtype on your campaign, which is, by the way, viewable through the campaign settings themselves. So if you are already running YouTube ads and you want to see what your subtype is, you just simply click on the gear icon on your campaign to go under the settings, and then under campaign subtype, you can see what it says, whether that be drive conversions, awareness, or whatever subtype you have, which was determined based upon the questions that you were asked when you set up that YouTube campaign, what your objective is. And then so there is no campaign subtype question in the campaign setup process when setting up a YouTube campaign, but based upon the outcome of the questions you were asked will be what Google, if you will, decides or lists your campaign subtype as. Okay, but the main thing I wanted to do on this video was we had found out through our own testing at our advertising agency, because we're using YouTube ads a lot. Not on every single account or campaign. There's still a lot of markets where YouTube ads, will scale easier, and it's easy enough to scale on Google search ads so we won't rely on it. Eventually there's a point where, and there's always some ads you can run on YouTube that'll be profitable, and when you hit a roadblock with your Google search ads, you can't scale it anymore. You start looking at YouTube because you can get in front of people that are almost a customer, start getting in front of those people and scale your results online. But with that said, If you have the campaign subtype being through the campaign you set up, anything other than drive conversions campaign subtype, you're going to struggle to make money. It is ultra important you have this if you're running at least any kind of direct response campaign. When I say direct response, if you're not familiar with marketing lingo, there's two different types of advertising that you can do. There's direct response advertising, and then there's brand or image advertising, as they call it. Direct response advertising is advertising that's meant to just like it sounds, or that is in the name. Get a response out of that viewer of the ad. Okay, you're trying to get them to click through and buy from your website, click through and fill out a form on your website, what have you. You're trying to get them to take some specified action right away, not 2 weeks from now, but now. Even though a lot of times, even though you do that, you know they're going to buy 2 weeks from now on average, but that's okay. But you're still trying to gun for something ideally from the user right away. Whereas on the brand and image style advertising, you're trying to just get awareness of your solution. If you sell cookies, you can make people aware of your cookies, even though they're not going to probably click through and buy your cookies right away. You can have a cookie ad that just makes your cookies look damn good and just keep doing that to a small segment of the population consistently ongoing as a way to kind of subliminally brainwash your market that your cookies are the best, so that when they go to buy cookies, they're just going to end up buying yours. Or a lot of times what people will do, they sell, as you see like perfume commercials, they don't say on the commercial, hey, it smells great, here's where you can buy it. It's no, watching somebody getting a partner that's beautiful, and, basically selling, if you use this perfume, you're going to get laid without directly saying it. And they have the logo there, and then that's it. Understanding if they drill that kind of advertising at you long enough, eventually when you're trying to get laid, you're going to say, oh, I need perfume, and then I need this particular brand of perfume. So that's the difference between image style advertising, which it can actually, I will admit, be very profitable. We don't specialize in that too much because usually larger companies with bigger bankrolls do that. It actually can get you more results than direct response advertising, because once you start to generally change the opinion of the public, you can actually get a much higher market share. Because as you know, when you go to the store and you're going to buy cookies, you're probably going to buy Oreo because you're aware of the brand, whatnot. But you get what I'm generally saying. You want to become the brand in your space eventually. You make money off of direct response advertising because it's quicker acting. Divert more and more of your money to the brand style advertising, so you just become the brand in your space. Anyway, with that said, if you're trying to get somebody to see your video ad on YouTube, click through and buy, or turn into a lead to then eventually buy. If you don't have drive conversions as the campaign subtype, as we found out at our firm, the campaign just won't convert hardly at all. We ran several tests where you literally have two YouTube campaign types, one that's set for reach and awareness campaign subtype, one on drive conversions. The one on drive conversions will get, 3-4 conversions a month on a high price item. It's decent, The other one will get 0. It literally makes the difference between it working basically at all, which I think Google's basically just pissing your money away in all the places they know don't convert. You're just raising your hand if you're saying that you want to be able to get general brand awareness. When you set up that campaign, they say, oh, well, all the places that don't convert will give you those. And from Google's perspective, why would you not do that? We need to sell this ad space over here that doesn't convert well. Why not offer it to the people that say they don't need conversions, right? And I don't have proof of that, but that's pretty much how I conclude why one converts and one doesn't. No, if you want conversions, you got to have that particular campaign subtype. And if you don't have this campaign subtype set up already on your YouTube campaigns, then you need to set up another campaign so you can have it right away, especially if you're not getting your campaign to work and you're wondering why the hell it doesn't drive conversions yet. If you do have a campaign that's set up for reach and awareness campaign subtype, and it is converting somehow, which I haven't seen any campaign that was set up with that campaign subtype actually convert almost at all, but you're able to get that to convert, set up your new campaign anyway, and then split test it is what I would tell you. And that old campaign, because it has so much campaign data behind it already, you've been running it a long time, you still also have conversion tracking in your account, you may find that the new campaign you set up with the campaign subtype drive conversions may not convert as well as your old campaign until you've had the new campaign run for several months already, because that's just the name of the game with Google's system anymore. Whether you're running a Google search ad, YouTube ad, whatever, it's all driven off an algorithm now. Google's trying to identify who buys what, who's broke, who is just a looky-loo, on and on. And so with that, you can have an unoptimized campaign. If you run it long enough with conversion tracking, Google's system is eventually going to find out how to make the best of a bad situation, so to say. So, and you can set up a better campaign with better fundamentals, but because when you compare it side by side with something that's been running a long time, but let's say it's a 3 out of 10 quality wise in terms of the setup, and you run a brand new campaign with the same people targeted, a 10 out of 10 structured campaign, it can take 6 months for the 10 out of 10 to actually do just as well as the 3 out of 10 campaign ROI wise. The disadvantage the new campaign has in data, because the data really just what that is, it's learning what works, what doesn't work through trial and error. And when Google's tried 100,000 things and they find out the 3,000 things that work, that's why a shitty setup campaign can beat a really good setup campaign, at least initially, until you got time to, the new campaign will gain more and more traction all the time, but it'll still take time for it to catch up. It's like having a car. One car is able to go 30 miles an hour, one that goes 300, but the 30 mile an hour car got started, a year ago. It takes time for the faster car to catch up. Anyway, bottom line, so you don't come back here and say, hey, Corey, you're basically stupid here. What the drive conversions didn't do as good as my reach and awareness campaign with the campaign subtype of reach and awareness. Give it some time before you conclude that the information isn't going to help you. Trust me on that, okay? So anyway, in terms of this video, campaign subtype on Google Ads, that's what I wanted to tell you about it, and that's basically all you really need to know at the end of the day. I will add that if you are a brand or image style advertiser, and that's what you're trying to go to or go with to become just own the market in terms of being a brand, and that's why everybody buys from you, like we were talking about earlier. If that's you, I would still do drive conversions because of what I said about I feel very strongly that Google is just going to send you lower quality traffic overall. That is, people that don't buy as often or don't have the money to buy, aren't the type of people who buy if you go with any other campaign subtype anyway. So there really isn't any situation where you wouldn't want the campaign subtype to be drive conversions because of that. Because even though you just want them to see it and not act, well, there's still obviously people who buy and who don't buy. You want to get in front of people that do buy, even though that person that buys normally buys in the grocery store when they go shopping on Sundays. You get what I'm saying. You're either in front of a buyer or you're not. So with that said, I'll wrap it up with that. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a question or comment on this channel, usually within 24 hours time. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, you absolutely should subscribe, as the information presented to you on this channel is coming from somebody who spends 40 hours a week doing ad testing at our ad agency that I run and own and work directly on every single campaign that we're managing here. We have dozens of campaigns that we're always doing testing on. I give you all the information about what works and what doesn't work on those campaign tests that we have for free on this channel. You're getting millions of dollars worth of marketing and advertising research for free on this channel. And if you are serious about making real money with ads, running ads for your business online, at the very, very least, you need to subscribe to this channel in addition, despite whether you think other channels have value or not. Because I can just tell you, freely that there is no better information about how to run ads successfully online than you're going to find here, given 99% of the information's given to you by people who don't really run that many ads or at all, and they're just pretending to. A lot of people don't realize that. So you should subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. You should also take a look at my blog if you haven't checked that out yet. On my blog, I cover specific strategies that we use to guarantee results for our clients' campaigns, display campaigns, search campaign strategies, and we break them down step by step there for people who read our blog with screenshots, with everything you need to literally step by step follow those same things for yourself, and that you can bolt on to your own strategies that you have going on right now. If you like the channel, you're going to probably like the blog even more. Most people do. So you should check that out as well. Beyond that, if you're looking for somebody to hire to just manage your ads at any point now or in the future, I promise you, you're also not going to find any better ad agency that can help get you the results that you're looking for. The reason why I say that is because we actually guarantee results for our clients that are firm. If we can't get you more profitability from your ads up front, there is no fee. No other agency out there, I promise you, offers any kind of contingency offer like that per se. Catch is though, we got to get results on your campaigns and know it up front before we agree to take you on. We only take on so many clients. Therefore, we may not be able to work with you if you don't have something we know we can do well with, but at the very least, you should reach out to myself and get a free assessment and so I can take a look at what you have and see if there's something there. We don't charge any money for that assessment per se. So I'd like to hear from you if you're interested in potentially working together now or in the future. If you like managing your own ads, we also have campaign templates available for sale. That is, if we've worked in your niche space, like let's say you're in a plumber, we've spent tens of millions of dollars in the plumbing space on advertising to find out the best way to run an ad and a landing page in that space. Instead of figuring all that stuff out for yourself, you can buy from us straight out the ads, the landing pages that we found that works the best after all that ad spend and all that testing we did, and just copy and paste it into your account right away, which it's fair game to do that because as long as you're in a different geographic area than our client or past client, you can use it as well and cut out all the steps that we had to go through to figure it out for ourselves, and of which we can tell you the results you're going to get with it up front. So with that said, you should at least reach out and see if I've worked in your niche market and have a template available of what results we've got in your space, because you're not going to save money trying to figure out the same stuff for yourself because the templates are just not that much money. So you should reach out if you're interested in that. I've worked in over 100 niche markets before, so chances are high I've already got what you're looking for done, because we've been in business doing this for 10 years now. We've got people that use these templates to start whole other businesses. If you want to have the highest possible chance of having a business that works, start with a template that we know works for another guy and is making money at using that template, and just use it in a different geographic market, whether that be selling product, whether that be selling leads to people, which we've had several people use our templates to do just only that, which is a great passive income business idea, by the way. Anyway, if you're interested in any of those other opportunities, you can reach out to me also at guaranteedppc.com. But with that said, I'll wrap everything up with that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.